Hello everyone, Aviation Cadet Sabir Shah here again. There are a few updates about the flight MU5735 and I want to share with you all the details. First of all, the disclaimer that this video in any way is not endorsed or sponsored or speaking on the behalf of Civil Aviation Authority China or the Boeing or the government of China itself or NTSB. All the views expressed in this video are totally my own and based on my own experience. So first of all, the update. The update contains the new flight data actually being processed by flightradar24.com, and you get to know the new information. I will talk about that later in the video. Second one is an ATC call. They tried to contact 5735 before the crash. So I'll show you the recording, make you hear the recording. And the black box, one of the black boxes have been found. It's still not sure whether it's a CVR, the cockpit voice recorder, or the flight data recorder. So we will talk about that later in the video. So let's continue. The first thing is that whenever anything happens, especially with the aircrafts, the passenger aircrafts, a lot of lives are at stake. And the aircraft companies, the engineers, they work their asses off to improve the things. That's why from Wright brothers, a plane made of wood, and now we have most sophisticated models of airplanes in the world like A380. That's how technology advances, and we learn from our mistakes. So it's always the concern of the authorities to know what exactly has happened. Some of us are aviation buffs, those who just want to get the information of what has happened. And the third one is the aviators, those who fly these planes. So the first category, the second category, or the third category, wherever you fall in, of course you are concerned. And then the fourth category is the humanity, because a life lost is a humanity lost. A life saved is a humanity saved. So that's the whole concept of making these kind of videos and getting information, giving information to everyone around. The second thing is that we don't jump onto conclusions. We let the experts, let the authorities, those who are paid to do that job, let them do their job. It takes time, it takes like years to do that. And we understand that because they don't want to leave even a single piece of error which can take some lives in the future. So they want to make sure whatever they're doing is for the benefit of the passengers, so that they shouldn't be up for human beings. So one has to understand that these inquiries, they take longer time. The reason is they don't want to leave any margin of error. But before that, we are speculating, and we shouldn't go for false speculations and rumors and conspiracy theories. We should have some questions in mind, and we should wait for those questions to be answered. Once those questions are answered, then we can go on speculation. So that's one thing. So now let's move on to the first set of the update. So as you can see in the video, and I will translate that video to you, the person is he found something orangey in the debris, and he has no, of course, because he's just a common rescue worker, he's a firefighter. His job is to collect whatever he can find in a good condition and put them in the bags and mark them with numbers, which you've seen in my earlier videos. So the guy has no idea, so he's telling someone, making a video of that one, that he has found this orangey thingy. He doesn't know whether it's a black box or an orange box or whatever it is. So that's a conversation being happened. He confessed that he has no idea what it is. So later on they just put that in a bag and then took it out. And the experts, when they saw it, and it says very clearly in English, you can see it, it says flight recorder. Now we don't know, because different manufacturers and different designs for these things. So I don't know whether it's a cockpit voice recorder or a flight data recorder. The flight data records everything, whatever happens with the instruments on the plane. It records everything: gears down, gear up, flaps down, flaps up, airspeed, ground speed, everything, every single action, every single button moved in the cockpit. This thing records, and there are experts who can break it down, and they collect all the data from it. Although this has a very good endurability, it's durable because it can take up to like 30,000 Gs, which is like 30,000 times the weight of human body. So it can take that pressure, and it's always enclosed in a kind of material which is shockproof, bomb-proof, whatever you call it. So hopefully the data is going to be revealed. And the cockpit voice recorder records last 2 hours of recording. So pretty much this flight was just 1 hour long, so everything would be either one of it. Now from this, if it's a cockpit voice recorder, we would know what has happened in the cockpit during that time. So this would only be the conversation, whatever happening in the cockpit, we would know about that. But if it's a flight data recorder, then we would know all the buttons you push, whatever happened to you, whatever the instrument is, so the real mechanical failure or whatever would be known. So now the speculations. See, that's how the data is analyzed. The first set of data which came out on the first day, it showed just a brief straight and level height, and then it shows the plane goes into a straight nosedive and hits the ground. So if anyone who has any kind of interest towards aviation would straight away say that it's the elevator's failure or the elevator trimmer failure, because the plane is coming, went to dive because the elevators, the one at the back, they failed, so the airplane could never recover from that one and went into the ground, which has happened with earlier Ethiopian airlines, and there's one more as well. The aircraft did go into a nosedive, but that was the Boeing 737 MAX. This one is Boeing 37 NG new generation 800. So a little bit different from that one, because again, I said, because there were a lot of accidents happening because of the system installed MCAS, which controls the aircraft's all the wings and the elevator and the rudders automatically, and that got failed twice. So they upgraded to the new generation and then make this new. So there was no MCAS installed in this one. So elevator failure in the first set of data was obvious, but on the second day, you can see the video. I've shown that data. The second day, it showed the aircraft is coming in a certain level, and then it dives down, and then it recovers, and then goes down again. Now, what does that tell you? That tells you that the elevators could not have been failed, because the aircraft required at least one recovery, and then it went down. Here we need to talk in details.